We are here for another episode of the F1 2017 career mode here on F1 2017. It's the Mexican Grand Prix, and God knows where we're going to be starting after the amount of penalties we've sort of took. Well, I say took. We have accumulated due to having new parts. Well, not new parts per se, more like freshness, which, to be honest, is exactly what we need to see us through the final 3 races of the season. This one is, again, going to be tough, just like the last race was in America. Slightly annoying, but, you know, sometimes there's just nothing you can do about it. You've just got to go with the flow. So I'm going to go to the race. I can't believe I'm starting this at 20 to midnight. I am going to be absolutely knackered during the course of this race. But I said I was going to bring out a stream. That's exactly what I'm going to do for you guys today. Hopefully, it's going to be a success. Like I said, we've got about, I think it's 70 laps around here.
Formula One may have been absent,
we've got the same
let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session
with
a look at the starting grid.
Down America.
Valtteri Bottas lines up
we
on
started
pole
off in
position
USA,
with
we're now in
Sebastian
Mexico,
Vettel starting
then the next
alongside.
race is in
Looking
Brazil.
down the rest of the grid, we
Perez
have
forfeit his own
Ricciardo,
Grand Prix.
Perez, Esteban Ocon, and Grosjean, Palmer,
6th.
Sainz, Raikkonen, and Max Verstappen, Fiat, Hamilton, Nico Hulkenberg, and Ericsson, Massa, Alonso, Pascal Wehrlein, and Lance Stroll, Van Dorn,
right
and
at
Haas
the back.
rounds off the grid.
I can live with
Now
that.
it's almost time to
It's
lights
fine.
out, so let's go down to
We'll
the track.
be fine. Starting at the back of the grid, which is kind of where I expected to be. Right, so we are here in Mexico. It's the Mexican Grand Prix at the Autodromo Carlos Rodriguez. I think it's Carlos Rodriguez. It's a Rodriguez, I know that much. So much for my F1 history. Right, let's crack on with this Grand Prix, shall we? Make sure everything is out of my eye line so I can concentrate on the race ahead. Got a huge run into turn 1, which is going to be very exciting. I don't have to worry about whether I have a good start or a bad start because I'm at the back of the grid. It doesn't really matter. As we gear up for the start of this Mexican Grand Prix. Here we go. The 5 lights are going. Rev it up now. And a go. That McLaren either got a lightning start or it jumped the start. But actually starting, this is interesting. Starting on worn tyres. Now is that because I couldn't go to the inside. I couldn't go to the inside because bloody McLarens were there. Through this section, we're still at the back of the grid. The switchback on on some of these cars. Here we go. There's Lewis Hamilton up ahead. Max Verstappen too. Look at that. That was a superb switchback move. We've had to hit the brakes really early though. Force our way through Nico Hulkenberg, Hamilton up into the points, into place behind my teammate who started 6th. He started 6th. Horrible starts. When are we pitting? We are pitting lap 15. Which I think we can just about do. We'll go at the inside. That's what we needed. 11th place. Quite where I wanted to be though. Hamilton did the job of making his way through the field. We started at the back of the field. We in 11th place. It wasn't exactly the best start to because I had the McLaren down my inside, so I couldn't switch as much as I would have liked. Hamilton forces Grosjean wide. My teammate, will he let me through? That is the gonna send one up the inside anyway. Oh, Grosjean locks up, however. And we are through. We're in the points. battle going on back there as well. Just saw Toro fighting it out. I say I'm hoping he... Oh, Kvyat locks up, forces Hamilton wide. I'm going to go down the inside of the pair of... And we are through up into 8th place. We are in front of Lewis Hamilton. We took the opportune moment. And as we said, coming through like it or not. Or ready or not. Like it or not. I can. It's ready or not. Shut up, James. Stop singing on stream. You can't do it. Now, I forgot that I was starting in 10th. Tyres are slightly worn. So, like I said, pitting lap 13. It's interesting to see how the team try and get around this. Lewis trying to keep. Perez. Like, really difficult, I've noticed, to try and get that, like, superb traction coming off that final corner. No matter what car I've been in, I always seem to struggle. I never know why. Trying to make a move on Julian Palmer into turn 1. Perez, who started 4th, is indeed down in 6th place. And Ocon battling with a Ferrari. Which Ferrari is it? We are through, we're past Julian Palmer, up into 7th place. We're making our way through the field quite nicely. Once again, the two Force Indias with each other. It's not what Perez would have wanted to see at the start, after realising, you know, he was going to be in 4th place. I actually envisioned him troubling Vettel and Bottas. Clearly, that hasn't happened. Hamilton thinking about the move. And lap 4 out of 71. Oh, 2 races in a row for Ocon. He has a mechanical problem. He's going to hinder him massively. Ooh, he goes defensive though on his teammate. Quite aggressive there from the Frenchman. Hamilton has now passed Julian Palmer. Got the curb a bit too hard there. Oh, he's holding me up. He really is holding me up through there. We are up into 6th place. This has been a tremendous start by us. That Hamilton already making the move, and already we find ourselves low on fuel. Oh crap. Can't do that too many times. Cut the corner a little bit there. Not happy about that. Hamilton 8 times behind me, so will Hamilton try and make a move on me down the straight? Just gonna break the slipstream. Raikkonen looks like he's catching up with someone. I wonder who it is. Struggling a little bit. .8 between ourselves and Perez. I think Perez is pulling away. Our tyres are dead. We've got 5 laps to go still on these tyres. Gimba, welcome to the stream, buddy. I hope you're well. Find us at one of our most toughest tracks of the year. I think there is a Williams up ahead. I could be wrong, but I honestly do think there's a Williams up ahead. So obviously it's not the Mercedes, because I think he's leading. But it could be the Mercedes, and Vettel's leading, but... Actually, I think that's right, yeah. 4th, Raikkonen 3rd, Ricciardo 2nd, Bottas. Yeah, so Vettel's leading this race. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense than the Williams being there, because the Williams just have no pace anymore. That was 2.8, it's now 2.9. Mate. That felt nice through there. So tyres are going off, so we are struggling for pace. Need to get these till the end of lap 13. So I don't know how this strategy of ours is going to play out. What's the gap now? It is 2.5. I believe this is the part of the track where we lose all time. see, it was 2.5. I believe it's going to be about 2.7. Nope, 3 seconds. So we lose so much time in that final sector. I don't know how to make it up. It is beyond me at the minute. So it looks like we may have to fuel save in this race as well. Once again, we've got the gap back down to 2.5. What is it now? Goes back up to 2.8. That's the problem. It keeps going up. So we're quicker than Perez through sectors 1 and 2, but we're just really slow in sector 3. Although catching the curve there probably isn't helping us, and we're on 0.29, so we are definitely going to have to do some fuel saving once we make our pit stop, which is going to hamper us a little bit, but I feel like we've got the pace to at least do something about it. Like I said, the car feels good. I'm really happy with how the car feels. Like I said, any new people watching, do hit that follow button so you can see what's happened. Well, so you can see more racing such as this. I do have Elder Scrolls and FIFA on the go as well. And obviously, you know, subscribe to the YouTube page as well so you can catch up with what's happened through seasons 1, 2 and 3 so far. That is enough of me plugging my channel. Let's get back onto the race. So once again, the gap's gone back up to 3 seconds. So once again, all that time we make in the first 2 sectors have gone. I'm really finding this interesting. So we've got 71 laps, we're on lap 12, so we just need to crack on really, that's all we need to do. But taking the corner like that probably isn't the way to do it. Oh, that was horrible. Gotta be nowhere near 2.5 this time round. Went slightly wide, it affected us. Now is Hamilton going to try and make the move on us going down into turn 1. The gap is 3.3 seconds. So we're pitting this lap. We're going to get rid of these tyres because they've had it. Let's look, yep, 45% on the front left. Oh. That's Lewis Hamilton that we've just hit, the championship challenger. Ah, crap. Damn it, there's the second one. So we're going to pit this lap now, get these tyres off. Someone else is in the pits. Who is it? Oh, is it Bottas? Yes, it is. It's Valtteri Bottas in the pits. No other cars seem like they're in the pits at the minute. Right, here we go. So we come out in front of Pascal Wehrlein. Just going to close him off straight away. So we've got to start fuel saving now as well, so that's going to affect us a little bit. Up to about 1.5 of fuel. Here we go. Again, Mercedes have gone for the aggressive strategy though over Ferrari. Just to me, it makes no sense. I don't understand why they keep doing it, because it's not working and it's affected their challenge for the championship, so much so that Ferrari have a sniff of winning it for the first time this series. Oh, great move by Massa. Anyone in the pits? There is a few cars in the pits. Sorry, that's for sure. Ready to run in lead. We go up the inside of Felipe. Make the move stick. Not right now. Now we do. Great move there. Had to get the move done. Cars in the pits, not this time round. Oh, we do a 21-1. We got DRS on signs, we can make a move going into turn 1. Exactly what I do, just pull out. Make the move, we tap wheels a little bit. The Ferrari's made the move on Ricciardo. In fact, Ricciardo's got back through. In fact, we've caught up with these guys. These guys were about 5 seconds down the road last time. They are now right in front of us, so something's gone on there. That's Grosjean. Grosjean holding these guys up. I thought it was Bottas. It was me thinking, you know, we stood a chance. Unfortunately, not to be. We are going to get DRS, however. We had to lift then, make sure we didn't run into the back of our teammate. Our teammate will get DRS, he's gone defensive, we're going to go up the inside. Oh! Very naughty there from Roman. That's what Stroll did to us in qualifying, which is why we only got 10th. And like I said, I don't know what penalties we had, but we ended up at the back of the grid anyway. It was a 19.9. So we're in 6th place, which is good. We've still got the likes of Hamilton, Perez to still come in yet. Ricardo goes defensive. So, is this how much time I've gained, or is this just how much time they've lost speed stuck behind other cars? Obviously Hamilton will be on fresh tyres compared to everyone else, so he will probably go longer than the majority of these guys. When are we pitting? Lap 30, so in 11 laps time. And Grosjean pits. Oh crap, running and lean down the straight. Don't want that. Lean through the middle sector, yeah, but not a bloody main straight. Well done, James. Looks like we're going to be pitting for another set of the ultra soft tyres, which I find interesting. To try and figure out what to expect from this race, and it's really hard to figure out what's going to happen. Car didn't feel right through there. My liking felt a bit too skittish. Raikkonen got the move done. Looks that way at the minute. Yep, Raikkonen makes the move on Ricciardo. Finally back into the positives. Need to build up the fuel reserve. Oh, Perez is in the pits. We've jumped Sergio Perez. With 50 laps to go, so I reckon we're making one less stop than Sergio. No retirements yet, and we're 21 laps into this race. So I'm going to keep pushing, but I think catching these guys are just a bit out my reach. Don't quite have the pace, and of course our fuel consumption around here seems to be really bad. So that's hampering us a little bit. So we're 29.1 seconds in front of our teammate, which is good. Carlos Sainz pits. So, look at that, we've got the whole straight to ourselves. Got 8 laps to go before we pit again. Got that all wrong, just the brakes didn't slow down in time. It's going to allow Perez to close up on us even more, even though he's on much fresher tyres. We've been on these since lap 13. So once again a battle with Sergio Perez. So I had to hold him back a little bit, make sure we got the corner. So we probably shouldn't really be fighting him because, like I say, he's on much fresher tyres. But unfortunately, when I come up against a car, I'm not giving up unless he beats me, fair and square. Be a long 6 laps. No, he hasn't opened the DRS for some reason, so we're just gonna sneak it back down the inside. No, Perez just about closed us off. Oh, Perez still up my inside. Absolutely nothing I could do. And we have the inside line to that corner, and we stay ahead. Gotta love motor racing sometimes. He just caught it on the curbs. Oh, Perez locks up. Thought I had an opportunity then. Perez through. That's Verstappen. Who's the next car? So we are going to have some battling to do at some point in this race, because Verstappen is just going to reel away from these guys. It's again difficult race here in Mexico, no surprise there. On 2 races in a row, Perez has successfully passed us. We're 18.2 seconds in front. That's insane. I think the gap's going to be about, what, 10 seconds by the time we make our pit stops? The gap's already 17.6, so Verstappen is on a charge. As if anyone new in the well, whoever's watching this, even if you're just a lurker, do hit that follow button so you can lurk some more. Watch Perez run away. Does look like as well, actually hang on, 1, 2, 3, yeah, it does look like the leaders have actually caught up with the back of the field as well. Ah, we cut the corner, straight away cut the corner. Whew, tell you what, it's bloody roasting. See, this is the challenge now. Keeping yourself motivated whilst you're in the middle of nowhere, which is basically where we are. We're in 6th place out of 20 cars. We have got Verstappen closing us down, but you see he's still quite a distance away at the minute. I think maybe when we get to +1 instead of +1.5 is when I'll run a medium mixture through the middle sector. Task for me now will be to finish a race at Monaco without flashbacks. Spa I haven't finished in 2 seasons. That I would like rectified, and Baku. Bounce off the sausage curve, then round the final corner. I say the fans will be happy that their man is in 5th place, whilst we are trundling around in 6th. At the end of the next lap, we will be pitting. I've gone wide just about there. My tyres on 45. Tyres are not. So the tyres are not too bad, but they're not great either. Our pit window has indeed opened. There's Bottas. Bottas will be right behind us by the time we pit. He's on fresh super soft tyres, so will he be going to the end of the race? Will he be doing 41 laps? Doubt it. The gap between myself and Perez, 8.7, so he's not, Perez is not pulling away at a rate of knots. I mean, he's pulling away considerably. And we're in the pits. Interesting, Verstappen's pitted. Here we go. Are we going to come out in front of Nico Hulkenberg? You can just see him in my left mirror. If you look in my left mirror, you can just about see him. Fine, we'll look behind. There they are. So we came out in front of our rival, miles quicker than him. back end's starting to feel a bit loose and I don't really like it. Ricardo is now the next car. Oh, Hamilton as well. Hamilton's all the way back there. What's happened to him? Why is he all the way back there? I thought he continued after we hit him and spun. Clearly not. And Lewis Hamilton is clearly not done with us yet. So we'll go to these on about lap 45, I reckon. No, 47. Yep, 13.6 seconds is the gap between ourselves. And is that Hamilton pitting? Oh my word, it is. Lewis Hamilton pits. So. Interesting. So what is going to happen here? So Ricciardo continues to pull away from us, and we've got quite a big gap over Felipe Massa. So basically now it's just a case of keep just pushing, and seeing where we end up, really. So it's 13 laps on these tyres, and then we'll put the super softs on. That will see us through to the end of the race. So we're 10 seconds in front of Massa, which is good. We're at 20.1. And I bet that's Verstappen that's behind Massa. So our collision with Hamilton earlier in the race has really affected him so much that this could effectively hand the title to Sebastian Vettel, providing he doesn't retire. running wide because you are allowed to drift wide. I really don't get that. I'm clearly not corner cutting, and they give you, like, so you see F1 drivers exceed limits all the time. And so we'll have another long race next. It's the Brazilian Grand Prix at Interlagos at the Circuit Yolas Carlos Pache. Like so, we have got a huge task in front of us. So Massa is holding up Max Verstappen at the minute. That is helping us tremendously. Although, oh no, it's Carlos Sainz. It's Carlos Sainz. Interesting. I think this race is going to be a Ferrari 1-2. And basically in the middle of no man's land at the minute. So we're at least over halfway distance now. So we've still got Hamilton and Verstappen to come through the field yet. I have every confidence that they'll catch me at some point. Still got 10 laps on this stint. Oh, come on, you're allowed to run wide. I'm not even running it on straight. Ranking on 1:19.4, so I'm not that far away from fastest lap time, although I'm expecting them to get into the 18s now, because every time I think, oh, I'm not that too far away, yeah, the leaders blitz it by about a second, so it's kind of sad when that happens. .6 seconds behind the leader. So winning that race in Monza seems like an age ago. So the reason why I'm so far back is because I'm a pit stop behind these guys. Well, I feel like I am. Probably not, but it helps me sleep at night. Oh my god. Frustrating. This is why I hate this circuit. Because you make one mistake and you get to that stage where a corner cut automatically gives you a penalty. That's it. You know, the race is just going to be extended because like I say, I'll use flashbacks on them. The only thing I won't use flashbacks for is hitting another car. Because then that provides entertainment and drama. Penalties? No. It's ridiculous. We don't see drivers getting penalties for running wide. Verstappen is now up into 7th place. So once again we've got about 8 laps. We'll see how Verstappen goes. Verstappen's going to pit for that tyres will be fading. Now they've gone past that evening stage, he will now be the one with the advantage, although the gap is 19.3 seconds, which is just so much bigger than it was this time. Last time Verstappen had clean air. But like I said, last time we had about 5 laps to the pit stops. This time we've got about 7, so part of me reckons the gap's going to be kind of similar. Never know. I saw a flash of another car. I think we're coming up to a McLaren Honda. I say guys, don't forget we started this race in last place. So where we are, you know, that is a testament to how well this car performs. You know, it is nice. The car performs really well. See the gap. 19.8. Interesting. Okay. Gap's gone up by 8 tenths. Or like I said, I'll wait until he crosses the line. Well, like I said, we just turn off the straight. Verstappen's just coming onto the straight. Gap's 19.4. 30 laps to go of this Grand Prix. And so I wish I could have been around to see what the old Mexican Grand Prix layout was back in the 80s. You know, that would have been great. Because back then, obviously, you had the turbocharged F1 cars, which were just frighteningly fast. And of course, back then you used to see a lot more pure racing and quite a lot of incidents as well. Obviously, these days you get an F1 car behind another F1 car. It's like, oh, I can't pass. Oh, Sainz is out of the race. Sainz's car, the car I drove for the first half of the season, has given up the ghost. Where is this race in, Nepnik? The race is in Mexico. I think I put it on the title. Welcome to the stream. Your name is new. So what I tend to do with people who are new to the stream is add them, follow them as well, so I can see what you get up to, and like I said, give you support as well. But yeah, we're in Mexico, 100%. Can't believe I'm doing it at this time. You know, I started an hour ago, and like I said, doing full distance, it's rather difficult. But like I say, I enjoy it at the same time. Autodromo Carlos Rodriguez. I think it's Carlos Rodriguez. I can't remember the name of the Rodriguez brothers that were racing in the 70s. Late 60s, early 70s. Really bugging me. Oh, there's Sainz's car. Like I say, he gave up the ghost. He's the first retirement of the race. So we added a whole fresh set of components to this car. We took the grid penalty for this race because I knew we were going to find it difficult anyway. And like I said, the fact that we're still in 6th, you know, I'm really happy with that. Now let's see. There we go. So it's the MGU-H that we will need to improve at some point. Of course the gearbox wear as well. But we are getting an engine upgrade for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. That will help fuel consumption, and of course with a track like Abu Dhabi, that will help tremendously. Perez pits. Now, are we going to come out in front of Perez, or has he done enough to get out in front of us this time? Nope, he's way ahead. He's down the road, a long way away. It's a shame that these things happen. We just need to basically now just... I say we just need to keep concentration, do our thing. So I think very soon we'll be running lean through this middle sector once again. Oh, hello, these two have gone side by side through here. Weird place to let a car through, but they've done it. I've had to lift as well because I'm too bloody focused on them. It's Stoffel Van Dorn. That's about to be lapped by us. There's Perez. Obviously he's on the fresher tyres now, so he should get away from us. Of course, I enjoy making life difficult for everyone I come across, so I will do what I can, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything in this case. Well, there is a car coming out of the pits. Who is it? The Bottas. Perez going to make a move into turn 1. It's a Sauber. Okay, so it's the car that Stoffel's racing. We've dived down the inside of the McLaren driver. Through we go. Get the power on. We get a double helping of DRS. Set up brakes, get the power down. Just want to make sure the back end stays with us through as we try and line up Verline. Verline, who actually gave us a massive headache in Austin last time out in Texas. We lapped him and he stayed with us throughout the remainder of the race. It was slightly frustrating because he could have quite easily have overtaken us. And we seem to be right behind Perez, and I don't quite understand why. Come on, give us DRS. Damn it! Don't you dare, don't you dare. You're a lap car, stay behind me. Verline once again being a pain in my backside. That's just... Oh, we drove straight across the chicane, so of course we get penalised. Like I say, we spent 2 years developing that car that's behind us. So I can kind of understand that they can now afford to purchase, you know, huge upgrades. But when they do stuff like this, it's stupid. It's stupid. Why are you even racing me? The lap down, go away. .9 seconds ahead of Verstappen. That is huge. Grosjean pits. Okay, so Grosjean must have been on the super soft tyres. drifted off a bit and the car sort of skidded a little. I think our ultras are screaming a little bit. Alright, okay, so we're back into the red zone. So that obviously means that through the first sector we will be running lean now. Forcing it to pull away quite clearly now. It won't be 20.6 now. Got caught on that curb for quite some time and it slowed us right down and allowed Verline to catch right up with us. Right, pit window open, we can finally get these tyres off. Once again, we've gotten to the 45 mark though, so you're happy with that. Like I said guys, if you're new, do hit that follow button so you can see more F1 content that will be coming your way over the course of the next week or so. Like I say, we have... I'll tell you what, I will be glad to pit, just to get these guys behind us off my back. I think we should be on those tyres to the end of the race. Lap 47, 57, 67, 20. Yeah, we should be able to. Make our third pit stop of the day. There we go. We're in the pits. We're in the pits. Ba 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 ba. We're in the pits. Ba 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 ba. We're in the pits. Ba 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 ba. Right, so we're going to get rid of tyres now and put on the red tyres. Like I say, if you guys ain't a fan of Formula 1 and you don't quite understand how it works, basically throughout the course of the race weekend you have three sets of tyres that come with you. Oh, there's Verstappen. He's just ahead of us, and then we come out in front of Hulkenberg. Interesting. But yeah, so basically for this race they've brought the soft tyre, which is the yellow wall tyre. They've brought the super soft, which is the red tyres, and the ultra soft, which is the purple tyres. And I don't think I've got any of the purple tyres left now, so and of course you have to use, you can't use one compound of tyre throughout the whole race. You have to use a different compound, providing it's not rain. If it rains, then you're okay, you can kind of get away with it. But obviously, you know, if it rains, you usually put on the wet tyre, which kind of neutralises things really. Right behind Verstappen. .8 seconds behind the leader. That's ridiculous, man. so we're on fresher tyres, so I'm hoping we can get past Verstappen soon. In fact, we do quite easily. Just shoot up the inside of him there, and basically take probably one of the easiest moves you'll ever make on Max Verstappen. We are now a full pit stop ahead of the lad. Yep, so 22 seconds behind Ricciardo. It's not enough to challenge him, so basically once again we find ourselves in no man's land with no one to play with. Just begin lap 50 does Verstappen pit? No, he does not. 1.1 seconds in front of the Dutchman. I'd like to think that after this race we'd get promoted to Haas #1 driver, but we'll see. Ah, we've done it again. We keep doing it. We keep doing it. We keep cutting the bloody chicane. I'm trying to line it up so I can like get the throttle down as soon as possible, and I just keep messing it up a little bit because I'm not using a wheel. I'm using a pad. So for me, it's on this game I do find it difficult to line up the corners. Brake hard into go for a twisty turny section, this sort of stadium section here where the fans can get a good glimpse of the cars. Raikkonen did a 1:19.1. I'd like to think I'm going to be quicker this lap so I can improve my lap time. Indeed I do. Do a 19.7. Oh, there's a car coming out the pits. There's a car out the pits. A car out the pits. There is a car. There is a car who's coming out the pits. I think it's a Sauber of Marcus Ericsson. Indeed it is. The guy who I replaced at Sauber for 2 years at the start of this series. .4 seconds. It sounds like I'm closing in on Ricciardo. Verstappen's pitted, so he's 27 seconds behind me. Didn't even realise that Max had pitted. I think Ricciardo and Perez are being held up by traffic at the minute, which is why I'm closing them down. Like I said, 17 seconds the gap now. It's almost giving me false hope. .19 laps remaining. Verstappen 22.8, although we did have a horrible end to that lap. Yeah, gap come back up to 23, that's what I want to see. Verline has fallen away quite a bit. I don't quite understand why. Is he going to let me through with no such problems? Indeed he does. Still just slowly edging away from Verstappen. Gap 23.2 seconds with 14.3 behind Perez. What is going on? Is he just stuck in traffic behind 9 cars that he's struggling to overtake? I don't know. It just seems weird that we're all of a sudden closing him right down. .8 seconds. Something is going on. I've heard nothing over the radio regarding cars with engine problems. .5. This is exciting. I'm enjoying this. I can't believe that, you know, I'm actually... Oh, I don't know. I don't want to get too excited because I know that as soon as I do, they're just going to pull away. .5? What's going... I don't know whether these hooked or whether we are, but... Damn! So 23.6 in front of Verstappen. Now, are they saving fuel? That could be another question. Or are they just stuck behind traffic? .9. Might even be able to see him soon. best of exits for that final corner, so I can understand if the gap goes up, which it does. I think Ricciardo and Perez are fighting each other, which is why the gap has been coming down the way it is. There you go, you saw the flash of pink there. There's Kvyat, who really has fallen away over the course of the season, which has been quite upsetting because he started off so well. Yep, I'm up to 6.7 again. We actually got DRS as well, so this is going to help us tremendously. Come on, Danny, get out my way. Odd way for a car to get out of the way, but he did it. Yep, 6.5 to 5.4. Tell you what, this race, more of a success. Honestly, I have to say I love. Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be because of them fresh tyres. I do think I came out on fresher set compared to everyone else. Well, the fact is, it was about second, so just the fact that, I don't know, just... I mean, I think Perez must have engine issues. He's got a McLaren for company. There's a McLaren right behind him. Not either. He's just able to shake it off. Oh, look, it went flat out through there. Like I said, ice. Yeah, that with Stroll through there again, getting in our way. We're in the positive, so we're going to stay in the plus for this middle sector. There we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the stream because it does seem like we are struggling with quality at the minute. Why are you doing that? It's on 360p. I can't lower it. I can't lower it anymore. It's just my internet is bloody terrible, and it's so frustrating that that's the case. This is what I mean. Once again, you drift wide, it gives you a penalty. Stop doing that. You see Oh, I don't know, it just bugs me. It just bugs me, the fact that you see F1 drivers all the time running wide, and then you run wide and you get done for it. Unless you're Max Verstappen. Sorry, I had to bring that one up. That decision riled me right up. Perez really has fallen away over the course of this stint, so he is. Our tyres are fine, we've got 28 laps, or with 10 laps to go. Well, sorry, 28% with 10 laps to go, which means they'll be fine. They'll live. Now, as he's all of a sudden up the pace, because it looks like he's starting to get away from the McLaren. Perez has been on them tyres for a while. And we're going to get DRS on Fernando. Lewis Hamilton out of the race! But he was behind me. So I don't think that makes much of a difference. Fernando, is he going to let us through? Yes, he does. Oh well. What's up a fight? There's Lewis, same place as Sainz. That's where Sainz parked up earlier in the race. His car just basically gave up, and at least I can't be blamed this time. I mean, me and Hamilton did come together in the race, and he did spin, and he was basically a lap down on his championship rival. Look at that, Perez gets out of shape. We're gonna have a run at him. Just hit the brakes, go down the inside, and straight away we're through. Easy as you like. And we're up into 5th place. We've not been this high up in a while. And Ricardo, how far he is. .6 down the road now. Are we able to make any inroads on him? See the gap. 10 point. Oh my god, 10.2. It was 11.6 a minute ago. Oh, we ran wide there. That's really not going to help us though. Look at that. Look at the gap we've got on Perez. This is insane. But awesome at the same time. Oh, this has been absolutely fantastic. We just need to make sure now we can keep reeling down the gap. 10.2. Now, like I say, I just saw the gap go down, so part of me is hoping we... Raikkonen's leading. Okay. Oh, for God's sake, why do we keep cutting the corners? One day, on this game, I will stop cutting corners. I'll actually be able to take corners. The same one every time, though. 9.4. It's too little too late. I think Ricciardo's just got too much of a buffer for us to do anything about. Oh, Vettel's slowing down. He's got an issue with his car. Wonder what issue he has. That middle sector we seem to be absolutely nailing at the minute. I think that's just because we've got a lot more grip at the minute. 5 laps to go. Maybe able to catch up Ricciardo? The extra pit stop helping us around here. .7. Fernando Alonso is out of the race. Another bad weekend for the McLaren driver. Ah, 7.6 seconds this time. So what's it going to be by the time we get round here? Is it going to be about 6.6? Are we going to be that lucky? Didn't even see Fernando's car. 6.5 the gap was. It's a shame we lose so much time in that middle sector. This is the lap where we're conserving fuel. I think Ricciardo has just got enough in the tank to stay in front of us. Just about surviving. That goes up to 6.2. Fortunately, I forgot to put it into standard coming out of the twisty turny section, so let's say we may have just shot ourselves in the foot. But like I said, I don't think we was going to catch Ricciardo anyway. He's just too far ahead. Oh, come on! I barely cut it! The car skidded. 5.9 seconds, we've gained 3 temps. What will it be this time? .8, we took a huge amount of time out of him then. And luckily enough, we ain't going to get laps in this race as well, because we're only 44.5 seconds in front of the leader. Which I can be happy about. Just so annoying, I could see Ricciardo up there. Like, why are you there taunting me? Final lap of the race, and what a race this has been. It really has. We started plumb last because of the penalties due to various changes on the car, and the fact that we went through turns 1 and 2 in last place kind of, I don't know, it sort of put alarm bells in motion, but we've quickly put them to rest. Kimi Räikkönen wins the Mexican Grand Prix. Great win for the Ferrari driver. What will that do? Don't forget, guys, I've just realised as well, I'm battling Ricciardo in the championship, so I'm doing everything I can at the minute to just try and stay in front of the Red Bull driver. Here we go, round the final corner, and it is 5th place. 5th place. Thank you, Nepenic. Oh, I'll tell you what, that was a really tough Grand Prix. I think, though, we may have, if I'm lucky, I usually am, we may have some nice little invitational events to go to after this.
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened.
Vettel ended up finishing on the podium just. Verstappen would be very disappointed with 7th place. He just didn't have the speed here today. Vettel, though, will be happy. He extends. He'll put a huge amount of points on Hamilton after yet again another DNF for Lewis. I think that's 2 races in a row he's DNF from. And we were chasing Ricciardo for 4th as well. We just didn't have enough time to get him. I reckon if the race went on for another 3 laps, we would have got him.
So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship.
There we go, guys. Your results here for this Mexican Grand Prix. Kimi Raikkonen wins the race, Bottas 2nd, Vettel 3rd, Ricciardo 4th, I came 5th despite starting in 20th, Perez 6th, Verstappen 7th, Ocon 8th, Massa 9th, Hulkenberg 10th, Grosjean just outside the points in 11th. Bad race for him, he started 6th, he should have done much better. Palmer 12th, Stroll 13th, Kvyat 14th, Ericsson 15th, oh yeah, Van Dorn 16th, Verline 17th, Alonso DNF'd, with Hamilton and Carlos Sainz. The championship standings are as follows. Vettel has a 24-point lead going into the penultimate race of the season, so if he extends his championship coming out of the race, if it's 25 points or more, he will be world champion for the 5th time. He'll be the 2019 champion. Like I said, still no changes, although we've now close to within 4 points of Sergio Perez, so I can be happy with that. We're 10 points now in front of Ricciardo, so Ricciardo is looking very threatening. Nothing much we can do at the minute unless he has a DNF. Constructors, any change there? Ferrari lead the Constructors' Championship by 12 points in front of Mercedes. We close to within 19 points of Toro Rosso now. That, providing we get really good points finishes within the next 2 races and Toro Rosso don't score, that is doable. Now, our aim was to overhaul Toro Rosso. We are so close to achieving that goal, because obviously I started Season 3 at Toro Rosso. Let's have a look and see what's going on the next race at Brazil. Do we get promoted to number 1? That would be nice. Is it going to happen? I mean, I would my rivalry. Huge interest from, oh look, Mercedes get interest, Ferrari interested, Red Bull, Williams, Force India, Renault, Toro Rosso, McLaren are just totally interested, Sauber. The next team though I would want to join is Renault. that is the next team I'd like to go to, ideally.
Hi.
Oh, hello. This is what I was looking for.
I wanted to give you the contract first. I'll let you read over the details, but congratulations.
Thank you, Emma. Where are you taking Paolo? Paolo. Paolo. Don't do it. She's a vixen. Ah, well. Rest in peace, Paolo. So we got #1 drive at Haas, so that means we can start scoring some extra points as well. We may get a contract offer at the end of the season to move. We'll see what happens there. But guys, this will bring this particular stream to an end. Thank you very much for watching tonight. It means the world to me. Do hit that follow button so you can see more F1 content that will be coming your way. Unfortunately, I don't really have a schedule of when I'm going to do it. It's just, if I can get everything done, then obviously I will. I mean, I'm trying to post on various little sites, well, not sites, but like different groups on Facebook, and I should use Twitter more really. So that's something I need to focus on next. But like I say, guys, thank you very much for watching. Oh, before I forget as well, subscribe to the YouTube page so you can catch up with seasons 1, 2, and 3 so far. And we'll see you next time for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Take care, and we'll see you very soon.